How's everybody doing? So this is a new project vehicle. Give you a couple specs on it. This is a 351 Windsor engine with an automatic transmission. Of course, it's four-wheel drive with locking hubs, which is kind of a weird option, but it could have just been added on from automatic because those usually sucked back in the day. It's pretty stock ride height. It does actually have a half-inch body lift, so it's a little higher. Not too much. It has the performance package, so it has 2 shocks, and for the inside it's all pretty stock. New radio, but still an old one. Yeah, still has the tire in the back. This truck does have 223,000 miles on it, which is quite a bit, but the engine's still strong, transmission still shifts pretty well. The rear window does roll down and up. Also works with the key that's usually broken in these trucks. It also has push button 4-wheel drive, which, you know, not the greatest. I might switch that out and put actually a switch panel there, and then go with a in-floor shifter, because those are a little bit more reliable. I'm probably going to stick with the automatic because daily driver, you know, it's kind of nicer to drive an automatic than a manual, even though a manual still would be cool in here. And there's also smoker windows. Isn't that sweet? So this is the XLT, which gives you the divided seats and a couple other small features, but it's still not as luxurious as the Eddie Bauer. The Eddie Bauer is pretty nice, but this is just the one that came on the market at the right time. Alright, here is the ride quality. You can tell lots of road noise from the all-terrain tires, but it actually rides smooth relative to a truck, so yeah, pretty good. So there's a couple options I have with what I want to make with this truck. First would be a pre-runner. That's my last choice because I don't really want to make everything fiberglass and race it. That's not really what I want to do with this, but if that's what you guys like, then you might be able to see it. Next option would be a rock crawler, which with this power plant in here, probably make pretty good rock crawler. We do still have the Jeep that we actually do more of the rock crawling because it's more capable off-road, even though it's lower to the ground and doesn't have as good pretty much anything, but it's still better. And then thirdly, it would be an Overland Rig, which that would be my favorite because, you know, it's popular nowadays. I don't have one. I can even tow with this overland and then take the Jeep off-roading even farther. So that's my number one, and which is I'm probably going to do unless, you know, something else comes and I want to change this to a different style of vehicle. Some of the problems with this truck is you do see there's some rust there. There's also some rust down here. Not too much, but you still see a little bit. That's probably the worst on the back. This is also broken, which they're broken on every single one of these trucks I've seen. But there's no rust around any of the fender wells, which very surprising for these trucks. No matter where you are in the country, it doesn't matter if you're in blazing heat with no rain, Phoenix, these spots still happen. Of course, if you live in the Salt Belt, then this truck wouldn't be here right now. Also, if you can see, it's not really focusing, but there is an oil leak, either from the rear main seal or just the oil pan. Don't really know quite yet, but that's something I'll probably be fixing. So some of the things that I'm going to be upgrading for the body wise, I am going to be bed lining probably this bottom section with the same color as the paint, because I actually really like the paint. You see a nice like greenish. I mean, it is kind of wrinkled a little and cracked, but you know, it still looks pretty good. Kind of looks like a feature in it. But I'm still going to put that color in the bed lining, hopefully, if I can get that. I'm probably going to upgrade the lights to some more modern, like LED lights or something like that. I'm gonna get a Lund visor on it because I just really like how those look, and I mean, if I'm already gonna get the paint for this, might as well just spray it with that. Also, I'm thinking about getting a roof rack for the top of the bed cover. Also, I'm probably gonna replace the grill because I want an off-road grill, and I'm probably gonna put a winch in it and maybe blacken the chrome, maybe leave it. I'm not sure because there is chrome over the whole thing, so I'm not quite sure yet. And I'm also going to change the back bumper too. I'll probably do more of an off-road bumper again, maybe one with the tire carrier on the outside instead of on the inside. And some of the other upgrades, I'm probably going to do a 2.5, 3-inch suspension lift, get 33s on it. These are 31s, so just make it a little bit bigger, a little bit more off-road capable. So I'll probably change a couple of things, like down here there's a smoke, so I'm probably gonna take this out, maybe just put a panel there and maybe put some switches there, because I'm never actually gonna use this smokers thing, so just might as well take it out and replace it. I also want to put a different center console in this, something that fits, because I don't really like this. I usually like the third row, the 20-20-20 seat, so that doesn't add up to 100, I know, but it works out. Also, I'm probably going to take the bench seat out and maybe build something back there to hold some stuff. So here's the power plant, 5.8 or 351 Windsor engine. Still has the smog stuff on it with the smog pump. That came factory with all these because they wanted to sell them in California. I don't live in California, so I will remove it. And what I'm going to do is probably put a dual battery, because I mean, if I'm going to take this overlanding or any off-roading, I'd rather have a dual battery just to run stuff in there off of, and then stuff in here or the crank can be run with this. And of course, natural Broncos thing. This is the ground. This black one is the power, as you can see. So a couple things that don't work on this pretty much is just the AC that I can think of right now. Also, the smog pump isn't even hooked up. You see right here, there's supposed to be another thing going to the exhaust. Yeah, they took it off because you don't need it. Thank you, California. Also, I'm probably going to go to a more free-flowing throttle body, and maybe just go away with this and just put like a K&N filter somewhere with it. I do like that this is up higher, but I kind of want to get rid of that and just kind of open up the engine bay just to make it look, I mean, a little cleaner, a little less cluttered. I could also do a snorkel, but that's not really what I'm thinking, because I don't really like snorkels. I think it just kind of ruins the look of cars. Of course, I'm gonna get a patch panel for this. I might even just make one, because just a little bit of rust right there. Get fixed, and then this one on the tailgate, probably do the same thing. I'm a little worried about this one because of the window and that it's a gray color instead of the green, but it still should be fine. So if you want to see more of this truck, please subscribe. I will have a couple builds on this, a couple how-tos probably, and then a couple updates. I'm not quite sure yet, but thank you all for watching. Please comment about what you want to see on this. Subscribe if you want to see it, and then like it if you just like the Bronco, and like any Bronco, and like up for the new Bronco. So thank you all for watching. Goodbye.